Hey, folks, welcome back to Cutter One. I am your host, Jay, just Jay. I'm your resident culture warrior, your resident maker of trouble, and your resident watcher of ums. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody had a great weekend. We obviously had the season finale of The House of the Dragon last night. Now, I have to preface before I say anything else that, yes, I understand that my video regarding my reactions to House of the Dragon is somewhat short. It's like 4.5 minutes long, and I think that's because when I was editing stuff to make sure that it complied with copyright claims, so that I wouldn't get hit with a copyright claim, I may have screwed up the editing. So I may end up taking that down and re-uploading it. I'm not sure yet how I'm going to do that. I mean, I know how I'm going to do that, but like how I'm going to try and do it with as little disruption as possible. But anyway, I just want to let you know that I am aware of that. I have seen that. So don't think that like, hey, dude, you're setting us up with some clickbait. That's not the case. Anyway, I just want to touch base on a couple of stories that broke this evening on Monday. And let's look at the first one. As it turns out, House of the Dragon finale pushes ratings past Game of Thrones landmarks. The House of the Dragon's finale finished with ratings strong enough to push the prequel past milestones set by its predecessor, Game of Thrones. House of the Dragon ended its inaugural season in an appropriately fiery fashion, bringing ratings that actually surpass numbers set by Game of Thrones during its arguable height. The prequel series managed to keep its ratings strong for its 10th episode and season 1 finale, The Black Queen, having earned 9.3 million viewers across all platforms, reports THR. While that is slightly less than earlier episodes, the minimal drop-off is seen as an impressive feat. However, it seems that the finale's ratings also did wonders for the show's seasonal average, which now rests at 29 million viewers per episode. This is a notable number for the Game of Thrones franchise since it means that the new series has surpassed the seasonal averages for the mothership show's first 6 seasons, with only the final 2 seasons earning more. So what we're getting is season 1 of House of the Dragon overall throughout the entire season has better average ratings per episode throughout the season than the first 6 seasons of Game of Thrones. That is pretty impressive. As HBO and HBO Max chairman and CEO Casey Bloys elatedly expressed in a statement, quote, "We're so thrilled to see House of Dragons catch fire with Game of Thrones fans around the world, as well as new viewers who are discovering the world of Westeros for the first time. Congrats to George, Ryan, Miguel, and the whole House of Dragons team on an incredible first season." And this is what you do. This just shows that with these franchises, if you treat the audience with a certain level of respect, you don't treat them like kids that need to be lectured at. You get this. You get this. Now, I was one of those people that was severely turned off by the letdown that was season 8 of Game of Thrones, the original Game of Thrones. So I was House of the Dragon was sort of like a cautious optimism. I wanted it to be good, but I wasn't holding my breath when it started. And throughout the season, it sort of it helped me put my fears aside. I by last night's finale, I like it. I think it's a good show. We'll see if they could follow through with season 2, but season 1, they stuck the landing for season 1. I definitely think that they pulled it off. So anyway, set some 200 years before the events of Game of Thrones, the prequel series House of the Dragon delivered impressive numbers for its August 21st premiere. It earned 9.986 million viewers across traditional cable and HBO Max platforms, achieving the all-time biggest audience for a new HBO original series. Likewise, the analytics company Samba TV reported the premiere as having corralled 2.6 million U.S. households, which it calls the biggest single-day premium cable or streaming viewership premiere of 2022. Yet, nuanced metrics aside, the series average for on-air viewers ultimately came to about 1.87 million per episode. That number reportedly only accounts for 20% of the total number of Night 1 viewers from HBO Max and even replays on HBO. As with any good finale, House of the Dragon's first season ended with a tense moment as Westeros prepares to jump from the precipice of a fleeting peace into a destructive civil war called the Dance of the Dragons. It was a climax that paid off for viewers who stuck through the compelling, time jumping, drama heavy preamble designed to build towards the conflict depicted in author George R. Martin's book, Fire and Blood. Indeed, the final moments saw protagonist Rhaenyra Targaryen, Emma D'Arcy, experience heartbreaking sacrifices even before the official start of the war. Those sacrifices will prove consequential going forward, since showrunner Ryan Condal is promising that House of the Dragon Season 2 will not only kick things into high gear, but will vastly expand the scope of the continent Westeros during the course of the war. Quote, just as the original Game of Thrones grew in scope and expanse as it went, so too will ours, he said. I think those will continue to be the home bases for the show. But a war is coming that requires allegiances from different kingdoms and armies all over the map of Westeros. House of the Dragon airs on HBO and streams on HBO Max. So there you go, man. Like the day after the season finale, the numbers have come in, and HBO seems to have stuck the landing and pulled it off. Also, you'll see here, Screen Rant is also reporting the same thing. The House of the Dragon Season 1 finale was HBO's most watched season finale since its predecessor series, Game of Thrones, ended in 2019. So there you have it. That's how you do a show right. Give audiences what they're looking for. A good show, good characters, well written, well acted, well filmed, and the rest will just fall into place. So congratulations to the House of Dragon folks, and yeah, that's just how you do it. Anyway, I will see you folks on the next one. Until then, be good, and I will talk to you later. Peace.